Here we go, folks. It's a post-match pint after Partick Thistle 1, Celtic 2. It's the first post-match pint of the new year. I'm joined by Scott. We're on the roof at Malone's Bar. Scott, back at it today. Good to have the Celtic back. No, the most exciting encounter.
I thought it was brilliant, riveting,
Aye.
great football, fast-paced. No, just kidding on. Wasn't it brilliant, mate? To be honest, there was a lot of changes, right? And it's changes that we've all been asking for. So, I'm not saying the changes we have been asking for were made. I'm saying we've been asking for change, and we got change to a certain degree. Something different. We had a lot more of the ball through the centre of the park because you've not got two men on the wings because you're playing the diamond. And if you told me that this is the way we were going to play the first game back, I'd have been quite happy thinking there's different players in there. I'm glad that Greg Taylor played because I thought he was actually really good today. I've been saying this to you for about 6 months. I want to see Callum McGregor in a different position because I feel like he just gets stifled the further back the park is. He's a creative player. He's capable of a lot, and he got his goal today. Deflected or not, he got his goal today, and that's what he's capable of. That's what he used to do in the early days under previous manager. So I was glad to see that. There's still something missing. I don't know what it is. To me, we've changed it today, and you would think we've been away in Dubai. There'll be a bit of freshness. It's Partick Thistle. Alright, the park's maybe not great. We're playing Partick Thistle. There's players there who have to put their stake in the ground and say, I want to be back in this starting 11. Leigh Griffiths got his goal, brilliant. Tom Rodgick's had a lot of good play with the ball at his feet. He's got magic in him, but only one pace. And Cham as well, I thought actually Cham was pretty good. But we need to be hammering teams like that.
I'll tell you what I thought tonight, right? We obviously seen changes in the team. We've seen two up top, if you like. But I talked before the game exactly what the formation would be. Not a 4-4-2 anyway, because we knew Walgett and Cham in there. A diamond, if you like, diamond, or a 4-3-1-2 or whatever variation of that you like. But I think there was some decent link-up play between Griffiths and Edward at times. It never really came in. Some glimpses of they nearly linked up brilliantly there. Wee overs, wee dummies trying to do 1-2s.
There was a few dummies, weren't there? It was coming to Edward, he just leaves it and runs away through. They've been working on that, you can
tell. They were trying to link up. Didn't really come off though. And in terms of the changes in the personnel, I would have liked to see more, because obviously I thought Shved might have started the game. I don't know if he's injured. Somebody was saying on Twitter he might have been injured. Neil never said in the press conference before the game that he was injured. There was no word of it. So he's went for having that brilliant week in Dubai he still can't get in the squad for a cup tie away against Partick Thistle. So I don't know if we're ever going to see him. But you need to get the guys in the team, I think, in a game like this, so that there is an increased tempo and intensity, because as you say, they've got a point to prove. They need to show what they can do. They need to put their stamp on the game and show the manager what he can do if they want to get back in the team regularly. I just think today we went through the motions. It was all second gear.
Definitely.
We let the game drift. As you say, that the width is coming for the fullbacks and that formation with the diamond. I thought Tom Rogic was good. Brilliant on the ball. We know his feet are absolutely fantastic. He had a couple of shots as well, particularly in the first half. Didn't really come to much. No really any end product. And I thought that was a symptomatic of the whole game for us, really. Just lacked that final pass, that final ball, that finish. But we just let the game drift and we played in second gear, and I just think that might not have happened today if we had more guys in the team with a point to prove. And as you say, it's Partick Thistle. We all due respect struggling in the championship.
Great goalkeeper coach, Partick Thistle.
Aye. We should have been able to put a team out there with the likes of Shved, maybe Arzani for the start, and still been able to beat them comfortably. And maybe we would have got an increase in tempo and intensity if we had these guys in the team who had a point to prove.
Aye, but you can't make wholesale changes. You can't change the entire
not wholesale, 11. But what did we change? I mean,
quite a lot.
Vogic and Griffiths were the only two. Okay, you can maybe say Taylor. Vogic and Griffiths are the only two who haven't featured regularly this season so far, and both of them have been at the club for a long time. It was nothing. It was nothing different. The formation was different.
I thought it was
different. The personnel wasn't different.
Of course it was. And Cham won the part at the same time as McGregor and Rodgick. It's strange.
Aye, but Cham's played a lot of games in the first half of the season. Tom Rogic hasn't he? That's what I'm saying. Vogic and Griffiths were the only two personnel wise Morgate had 11 appearances before today. Griffiths had 18 appearances before today. That's all competitions. So those two haven't featured a lot. But
like, do you know what frustrated me most of it today was the decision making in the final third. How many times were we 18-20 yards out for goal and we decide
the whole game basically?
Right, but we decide not to take a shot. We decide we've got to get 6 yards in front of goal before we hit a shot. Like Callum McGregor's goal, he just decides to take a hit. It opened up from a wee bit, it takes a deflection and it goes in. Sometimes I think we linger far too long. We linger and it almost reduces the threat. They get so comfortable to being there because they've shut off the passing lanes that we need to play a ball through the top, and the keeper's there. Or we're trying to play in tiny spaces that Barcelona are brilliant at. But why do we need to play like that? It's at Partick Thistle, hit a shot for 18 yards out.
I've actually had a couple of people saying recently that we look more like a Rodgers team than a Lennon team in the past. Not the past few weeks because it's been a winter break, but towards the end of the first half of the season there in December. And then a guy behind me today was saying, it's like watching Rodgers' team at times, because maybe we are overplaying a wee bit. Yeah. But that again, like I'm saying, is because that team knew going out to play Partick Thistle today that they could play in second gear and win. That's what we done. It wasn't brilliant to watch. Like I say, there were some things that nearly came off, but you could tell the players knew that they could just coast it today, and that's why I would have liked to see an injection of more maybe fringe players, if you like, guys with a point to prove, to try and avoid that. But moving on, midfield is the big area everybody's talking about after the derby anyway. We did see a change in there. I don't think that kind of formation is going to be used regularly. I don't think we can play two up top. Most two up top is dead, right? Certain people for a certain generation think that it's still what Celtic should do, and to be fair, in a lot of games with the quality that we've got against opposition in Scotland, we could play basically whatever formation we liked, you would think, within reason. But I think two up front is just not a long-term strategy. There's a reason that it's not the done thing in top-level elite football anymore, because it's just out of fashion. It doesn't really work anymore. So I don't think we'll be playing with a diamond very often. But what would you like to see in midfield? You've touched on McGregor already, maybe moving more advanced. We're bringing Sorrow in, but Neil Lennon said the other day he might even feature in some games in the second half of the season. So I don't think they're looking for him to come in and go straight into the team.
Like a development project.
And if he's an out-and-out six, it's Brown's position. So what changes would you like to see in the midfield in the second half of the season?
I just want to see, do you know the change I really want to see is Scott Brown back at his best. That is a change that I really want to see. If it's who do we take out of the team, I want McGregor to be further up the park. I think that's where he's best utilised.
Do you think we should maybe drop Ryan Christie, who's been brilliant this season, but particularly in these bigger games, drop him from a 10 and make him more of an 8.5-3 in there, because obviously that seems to work for. That's what Rangers done, and it's working against us. So that's something that we could maybe do to change.
But do we do it in the big games? Is the question. Do we do it against Partick Thistle?
No.
Or do we only do it in the big games? Is a question. I don't know if they're going to flood the midfield every time we play them this year. Maybe we need to do that to match it. Well, pretty obvious that we have to change something. So I don't mind doing it against Rangers, but do we do it week in, week out? I don't know if that's going to work for us. We just need more energy. I think we need somebody in the middle of the park, and I don't really want to see Scott Brown drop. That's a captain and he's capable of doing what I'm about to describe we need. But we need somebody to boss the midfield, somebody who dictates the play, and Scott Brown does when we have a lot of the ball, but it's quite easy to dictate the play when you get 70% of the possession. We need somebody that's very aggressive, wins the ball.
I think we need. I think aggression is the thing that everybody's talking about, and you're right there, because Brown, we know he can do that. He is in the back nine of his career, but we need more aggression in there. McGregor and Christie, good footballers. We know Christie's got an intensity in his pressing and stuff, but do you think we need more physical strength in there in the bigger games?
I think so. I do think so. I think we need one player that's got a bit of stature, a Wanyama type player. I don't think that move's going to happen, but I just said that name because it's in my head first. That kind of player, intimidating, strong, can shield the ball, brings other people into play, and breaks it up. Kante type player, brilliant at winning the ball back. Just someone who can let everybody else worry about what they're good at, and not have to be in the battle with them. So that's what I'd like to see.
We seen a debut for Partick Thistle. Neil Lennon waited an awful long time to make substitutes though as well.
Yeah.
I don't know why. As I say, we let the game drift. There wasn't an injection of freshness that we maybe all hoped for, and then he waited till, what was it, 79 minutes? I thought 10 minutes to introduce a change.
Was maybe going to come off about the 60-minute mark. You know, when it went up for that header, kind of landed awkwardly. I thought he's maybe going to come off here.
Yeah.
But he never. And I don't even know if Klimala got a touch, did he?
Aye, get one or two.
Right.
One or two. Didn't he really get a shot, and one wee link up with Edward. I think Edward could have played him in for one, actually. Edward nearly got a goal towards the end as well, hitting the crossbar. But what you seen of him, even though we only got to see 10 minutes, what did you think?
I didn't think anything.
Aye, well,
pretty honest, I didn't think anything. I mean,
touched the ball like twice.
Aye, I can't make any judgments. He came on the park, he ran about, and it looks like he might be able to play football. Aye. Do you know what I mean? I can't make any judgments. Aye, let's not make any judgments. Let him get a good few games under his belt before any judgments are made. That's what I always say. We're so desperate to jump the gun. People jump the gun before he even signed the contract.
Aye.
So let's not make any judgment based on 12 minutes of play. Let's give people a bit of run in the team and see what happens.
We got the job done. We're into the next round. We've touched on Sorrow, who looks like he's going to come in the next couple of days. What else do we need? Do we need anything else?
A right winger, I think. If Shved's not going to feature, we need a right winger, because is James Forrest
he's injured today, aye.
Right. So if he wasn't injured, it's probably about time that he gets dropped, because certain players relax when they realise that they're undroppable. And he's a brilliant player, one of the best in the team on his day, but it's not been his day for a while. So whether it's a rest he needs, a mental rest, physical rest, and he maybe got that in Dubai. Obviously they're training hard, but they're under the sun. I just think the bottom line is he needs to be dropped to come back stronger. And he needs competition.
I'll tell you something. Shout out the boys on goal this week. Paul Slane absolutely nailed it. He said, see when you were at Celtic, friend of the show, you'd be shiting yourself if you had a bad game, if you had a bad training session, never mind a bad game, because you thought you were going to lose your place. I think too many players, particularly in the forward areas, don't have that. And I think when we see Forrest maybe going through, and no making a scapegoat of James Forrest, there's plenty of players who have struggled at times. When they go through a bad bit for them, there's nobody there taking their jersey off them. And I think at a team like Celtic, that pressure should be there. You should think that if you have, maybe an off day, if you have 2 or 3 in a row, then you're going to lose your place in the team, regardless of how important you are. I think that's a competition that we should have, and I think it's a competition that we need.
Aye, if that's not what Neil Lennon's doing now, what's changed? And I know he's calmed down, I know he's matured as a manager, but if that's a part of his management style that he's lost through his maturity, maybe that's a really good part of his management that he maybe should have kept, because the kind of fear factor that Neil Lennon brings is a massive part of why he's a successful manager. So if players aren't scared of losing their place, that's fundamentally something wrong there. I would doubt that. That's a strong.
It's always got to be in the back end individual's mind, like, if I don't play well, then I'm going to lose my place. But the reality is that we can see playing out, it's not happening.
True.
One last thing before we finish up. It was the last action in the game. Partick Thistle got a penalty.
I know, mate.
The worst decision you will ever see.
I know. Unbelievable. Number one, right, let's start for the whole run of play, right?
Aye, well.
Julian, what's going on there?
Sleeping.
What's going on there?
Again,
silly.
Coasting through the game, like, half-arsing it.
Aye. Very, very lazy for Julian. He's not quick enough to get back. Frimpong, my God, the speed on that boy. I thought there's no way he's going through and goal. Alright, the striker takes a touch by the goalkeeper, right? So he's through and goal.
But
Frimpong gets a foot on it.
Over.
Does he touch the striker before he touches the ball? Even if he does, it's not a foul. He kicks it out, he kind of toe pokes it out of play, and the guy falls over. And if anything, the guy fouls Frimpong when he goes down, right? So Frimpong's getting up thinking, I'm going to get a free kick there. You can see the striker turns over and is like, fuck, I've missed that golden opportunity there. And looks at the ref and sees it's a penalty and is well surprised. He's well surprised.
There was very, very little body contact between them. Like, regardless of who it was a foul for, like, seen it back there. Just nothing. Absolutely nothing in it.
And what about the one Frimpong's through on the right hand side?
In the first half. I mean, more of a penalty than the one that Partick Thistle got. But Alan Muir, who was, I know Julian makes a mistake, but he's well back the pitch. And he's run, like, he's not even nearly up with play when the action happens, but he's already gave a penalty for about 45 yards away. Don't know what the linesman's doing either. It's the same linesman for the one on Frimpong in the first half, but hey ho, there you go.
There we go.
We'll need to play a wee bit better than that at Rugby Park on Wednesday, won't we?
Time. They won 6-0.
I mean, listen, we'll need to play better.
5 corners. 5 goals for corners.
Was it? I've seen Stuart Finlay get a couple. Anyway, Kilmarnock on Wednesday. We will need to play slightly better than that today. We got the job done. We're in the next round. Like the video, comment your own thoughts below. If you haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you on Monday for the build up to the Kilmarnock game. Thank you.